From boys over flowers to global icon. The evolution of HYUN. HYUN's career is often described in terms of elegance, restraint, and enduring appeal, but behind that calm exterior lies a story of steady evolution. From his early days in the era-defining boys over flowers to his status as a global icon, HYUN's journey reflects not only personal growth but a deep understanding of timing, discipline, and identity. His evolution was never abrupt or attention-seeking. It was intentional, layered, and grounded in craft. The era that defined a generation. When Boys Over Flowers premiered in 2009, it reshaped the global perception of Korean dramas. The series introduced a generation of viewers to polished storytelling, romantic fantasy, and emotionally charged characters. HYUN, already gaining attention in the industry, became closely associated with this new wave of Hallyu popularity. Although Boys Over Flowers itself starred other leads, the era it represented overlapped with HYUN's early rise, an era defined by youthful charm, heightened romance, and larger-than-life characters. At the time, HYUN embodied the qualities audiences were drawn to: sophistication, emotional intensity, and a commanding yet gentle presence. This period laid the groundwork for his recognition as a leading man, but it also carried a risk: the danger of being permanently defined by youthful romantic archetypes. Early fame and the challenge of identity. As HYUN's popularity grew, so did expectations. Audiences wanted familiarity, the same charisma, the same romance, the same emotional beats. For many actors, this is where careers plateau. HYUN, however, recognized that early fame is fragile if it is not supported by growth. Rather than clinging to the safety of repetition, he began to explore roles that challenged perception. He understood that longevity would require transformation, not rejection of his image, but refinement of it. This awareness marked the first major shift in his evolution, expanding the emotional palette. Projects like My Name is Kim Samsoon and Secret Garden showcased HYUN's ability to balance charm with vulnerability. These roles were romantic, but they were also deeply human, flawed, conflicted, and emotionally restrained. Instead of performing love as spectacle, he portrayed it as experience. His characters felt lived in rather than idealized, signaling a move away from fantasy toward emotional realism. This subtle shift expanded his appeal. He was no longer just admired. He was trusted as an actor capable of depth. The discipline of restraint. One of the most defining traits of HYUN's evolution is restraint. As his fame expanded across Asia, he did not rush into constant visibility. He limited his output, chose projects carefully, and avoided overexposure. This restraint preserved mystery and credibility. Each appearance felt intentional rather than obligatory. In an industry where visibility often equates to survival, HYUN proved that absence, when strategic, can strengthen relevance. Military service as a turning point. HYUN's military service marked a profound moment in his life and career. Serving with seriousness and humility, he stepped away from the spotlight during a peak period. The experience reshaped him. When he returned, his presence had changed, calmer, steadier, and more grounded. The youthful edge softened into quiet authority. This transformation was not cosmetic, it was internal. Military service became a reset that deepened his sense of responsibility and purpose. Transitioning into mature masculinity. Post-military, HYUN's roles reflected maturity. His characters carried emotional weight, leadership, and moral complexity. Strength was no longer defined by dominance, but by control and accountability. This transition resonated with audiences who had grown alongside him. His evolution felt natural, mirroring real-life growth rather than forced reinvention. Mature masculinity became one of his defining qualities, steady, thoughtful, and emotionally intelligent. Crash Landing on You and global resonance. HYUN's global recognition reached new heights with Crash Landing on You. The drama transcended borders, becoming a cultural phenomenon and introducing him to a wider international audience. What made the role impactful was not spectacle, but sincerity. His portrayal was restrained yet emotionally rich, allowing vulnerability to coexist with authority. This project did not reinvent Hyun Bin. It crystallized everything he had become. It was the result of years of discipline, growth, and intentional evolution. Global icon without losing roots. As Hyun Bin's fame expanded globally, he faced another challenge, maintaining authenticity while navigating international attention. He remained grounded. His public image stayed consistent, professional, reserved, and respectful. He did not reshape himself to meet global expectations, nor did he dilute his identity. Global appeal emerged organically because his work carried universal emotional truth, balancing privacy and presence. Despite intense public interest, Hyun Bin maintains strong boundaries around his personal life. He allows admiration without inviting intrusion. This balance preserves dignity and focus. The audience connects with his characters rather than a manufactured persona. Privacy, in his case, is not distance, it is discipline. The power of consistency. Hyun Bin's evolution is not marked by dramatic pivots, but by consistency. Each phase builds upon the last, creating a coherent narrative of growth. Charm matured into depth. Popularity transformed into respect. Youthful appeal evolved into timeless presence. This consistency is the foundation of his global icon status. Legacy still in motion. Hyun Bin's journey, from the era of Boys Over Flowers to international acclaim, demonstrates that true evolution is not about abandoning the past, but refining it. He has shown that staying relevant requires patience, self-awareness, and the courage to grow quietly. Conclusion. Evolution with integrity. Hyun Bin's evolution is a masterclass in longevity. By embracing change without losing identity, he transformed early stardom into lasting global influence. From the romantic ideals of early Hallyu to the grounded authority of a global icon, his journey proves that when growth is guided by discipline and integrity, appeal does not fade, it deepens. And that is the true measure of evolution.